Welcome back, everybody. Time has just flown by and it is time for another net worth update. Well, technically I'm late on another net worth update, but things have just been busy, and so better late than never, right? So this is our net worth at the end of September, and all the numbers were pulled at the end of September, not right now, but I just haven't gotten up to making this video yet, so figure you guys still want to see it, so let's get it out there for you before we end up a whole month behind. For those of you who are new or don't know what your net worth is, I find that net worth is something very important that everybody should be tracking, and because it doesn't just showcase off all the money we have or anything like that, it really gives us a picture of where we're at, and it shows that we're moving forward, whether we're in debt or we're in the later stages of growing our wealth. And so I think even if you're at the needing to get out of debt stage of your journey, starting tracking your net worth now is going to be very important and very helpful to motivate you to get out of debt and show that you're making forward progress in building that net worth. Now, you might start out and your net worth is negative, and that's fine. But as long as you're making forward progress, that's the important part. So I share my net worth with you guys every month and the progress that we make. And there are some months where your net worth might go backwards based on the market. But we expect some hills and valleys, and as long as the overall long term is going up, that's what we're looking for. So let's take a look at where we're sitting at for the net worth for the end of September. So I like to start all my net worth videos out with my YouTube progress. As you guys know, I'm looking to eventually get monetized on YouTube, and in order to do that, they have certain stipulations that you have to meet. For those of you who don't know, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and you need to have 4,000 watch hours in a 365-day period. So this little tracker that they give you on their site shows you that we are making forward progress. Our subscriber count did not go up a whole ton this month, as the end of August we were sitting at 186 and we got to 198 by the end of September. But I'm very grateful for all of you who have come along to join us on our journey, and just seeing that forward progress motivates me to keep making videos and keep sharing all this information with you guys in hopes that is encouraging you guys to want to continue growing yourself and your wealth. The watch hours we did a little better in, as we were at 182 watch hours at the end of August, and we got to 227 watch hours. And that one is typically harder for people to reach. They often will reach the 1,000 subscribers before they hit the 4,000 watch hours. And so just because we lagged a little in subscribers this month, being that we kept up growing our watch hours, is very encouraging to see that we're going to get there, and if we end up, we might get there a little more evenly overall. Alright, so let's take a peek at that net worth and see how we did. So I like to go ahead and throw it up on this same format for you guys every month, so you guys have an ability to kind of keep track and look, and I think if we keep everything similar every month, it's going to definitely help us make sure we're measuring everything equally. So you'll see on the left side we have the end of August, and on the right side we have the end of September. And you can look at all the numbers along here. I'll go over whether we went positive or negative on that category for the month. So our 401k, we went down by $590 for the month. This is due to the stock market being a little bit lower at the end of September. I'm thankful to say that coming mid-October here when I'm making this video, it's come back up a little bit. So hopefully if we can stay with this steady pace, we'll get to see some growth in those areas come the end of October's net worth update. Our other 401k account also went negative by $221. The IRA, we haven't made any adjustments to it, and it is still sitting at $1,199. Our non-retirement account also went a little bit negative this month of $189. You'll notice that most of our net worth is not into the stock market. and that's just due to how we began our journey of growing our wealth into real estate versus stocks. It's something that I kind of grew up in and understood a little bit more, and just kind of started growing that direction as it was something I understood. I'm starting to learn the stock market and try to understand it, so we're trying to diversify kind of our net worth out that direction, but you'll notice that majority of our net worth is not in the stock market, so we're not seeing negatives across the board here. Our next is the Webull account. Didn't make any adjustments to Webull. It went up by $1. So again, not very much money in that account right now. So for now, it can do whatever and just kind of sit there. The duplex value is the house we live in and rent out the other half of. And its value is estimated to have gone up by $906 for the month. The house I like to call the Dave house, which is a rental property of ours, went up by $517. Our rental cabin that we Airbnb out has shown the most growth, and as I say every month, this is the cabin that, or the property that I find is actually undervalued based off of what I think I could sell it at, because I think it could probably sell over $200. And it's still estimating it at $187,217. So I'm not surprised to see the $9,312 in value growth in that particular asset. Our emergency fund is just a high interest savings account that we keep at Ally Bank. Went up by $5 in interest. We didn't add any funds to that, but we just got a little bit of interest in that account. And our HSA has some decent growth due to it being a new calendar year, and I think the funds that come from my employer actually went in, which saw a little bit of extra growth there. So we ended up at an additional $1,753 on the HSA. Then we go over to our debts. We are debt-free except for mortgages. So the three assets that I've spoke about so far, the three houses, all have mortgages on them, and so every month that you pay your mortgage, you're lowering your debt on that particular asset. So we'll go look at how much we've lowered those here. The duplex, we paid off $603 in principal on that asset. The Dave house, we paid off $676 on that asset, and our Airbnb cabin, we paid off $142 on that asset. So you'll see that the Dave house is paying off a little bit faster because that's a 15-year fixed loan on that one. So a lot more goes to principal. Okay, so let's look at our totals for the end of September. We ended August at $445,906 as our net worth, and we are ending September at $458,820. So even though we saw some drop in the stock market, it seems the real estate market is still holding strong, and that is where most of our assets are. So we saw some gain overall, and that total gain is $12,914 for the end of September. So we are moving forward on our net worth growth, and we are very excited about that, even though the stock market's a little wishy-washy right now. Alright, the last part I like to add into our net worth update is our Coasting Fire and our progress on that. If you haven't seen what Coasting Fire is, I've done a video on that and explained our progress to Coasting Fire. And every month I like to update where we're at on that progress. Now, as you regulars know, we did hit our Coasting Fire number a few months back, and so I still like to add in there as we're still contributing to our retirement accounts, and so I like to see that Coasting Fire date move up now rather than shooting for hitting our Coasting Fire number. So if you remember, we were looking to hit the age of 62 retirement date, which is in 24 years, and the number we needed to hit in net worth was $459,815. And like I mentioned, for September we're at $458,820, so we didn't quite make it to 62, but we are right near there. I feel very comfortable that we'll probably hit that come the end of October. We also have some other exciting things coming in October, as that is the month that our bonuses normally pay out at my work. So we should see some great net worth growth in October, and it's a 3-paycheck month, so that should help us out too. So stay tuned, check in with us. Hopefully I'll be able to get this near the end of October rather than middle of November, but we'll see how busy we end up getting here as the month continues on. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all of you guys watching and subscribing to the videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.